It has to come out sooner or later when a path is going to be crossed. Now, the example you gave earlier about a killing,
Mm-hmm.
that's the law. I don't think I could do anything against that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in that situation. Forbid anything does happen. I try to be a good American abiding citizen. Um, I'm gonna pay my toll tags in just a few. So if anything else, that's probably gonna be against it. Neither that be the case. But what what we're not, and I may be guilty of this as well. What we're not doing is having those discussions with the people who it impacts the most.
Okay.
We should. We should look at the because we see the damage it's already doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that this is causing a problem. You all heard me make this statement before in the roundtables we've had with second place women, the discussion panels. I've made this statement because a wise elder woman made the comment to me. Um, she said, a woman. Now this is what was said to me.
Okay.
A woman born between 1938 and 1968 will not apologize for anything. There's a level of secrecy and quiet that has been maintained, and for men and for women.
Mm-hmm.
But the example that she gave to me was really eye-opening because she gave the example of when we're talking family, that her husband could have an entirely different family on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this and dealing with those issues and watching the patterns that she took place and seeing their own daughters grow up and to get involved in relationships that they know as parents aren't any good. So instead of coming to this young lady, their own daughter, and it's not a bash from women, it's just an example that was given, please understand that, to say that instead of her pulling her to the side and say, young lady, you don't have to go through this. I understand what you're going through. There's a little bit of pain here, and that's not the right one for you. Um, they'll walk to her and say, well, she'll learn. She'll have to go about that on her own without giving any type of counsel. Now, I know we have to let life lessons teach you on your own, but if there's a bit of insight and a nugget, why keep that a secret? I went through this too, young lady, or I went through this too, young man. I know that this can be a bit of some help for you. This is not a level of confidentiality. This is a level of serious thing that I can help you with. I don't want to have to keep keeping secrets about my past.
Okay. But you know that you'll never stop growing unless you stunt your own growth.
Completely
And
true.
I don't care how old you are, you will always continue to learn and grow. So I used to have an expectation of people that were older, parents, uncles, grandparents. I had an expectation of them that they should know better. But I realized that they're growing as well. And in certain areas in their life, they may be immature or they may not have a strong sense of whatever, common sense or no, I'm saying every you
I get
we
you.
will all could be able to continue to learn and grow. You can't just close when you close yourself off in a certain area in a level of thinking, then you block yourself from growth and understanding outside of this small little box that you keep your own understanding in. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It does.
So
It does.
guess what? That's what that sounds like to me. When they just, well, she's going to learn on her own. You can say that, or you can grow mentally and in your thoughts and in how you're going to do things. Maybe they learned that because that's how it was passed down to them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're passed down things that we need to change. And I definitely know that personally. It's certain things that are passed down. It doesn't mean that it's the golden way to do things because some of our loved ones showed us or taught us or even told us. Everything that we see is we shouldn't reenact that. And if you think outside the box and you want to learn and you want to grow and you want to grow and you want to do better and you want to be better, then you'll open your mind up to that. So, hey, so, I mean, that's how it is. My father has told me that he has grown even in his older age.
Seasoned veteran.
Right. Because he knows at certain points in his life he wasn't so great. You know what I mean? He was great, but certain things that he, where he was in his mindset and how he rolled in certain ways wasn't the right way. Now, you couldn't have told him that 15 years ago. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So he allowed himself to, open up, even as he's, gotten older. So it doesn't stop unless you stop it. Because everybody doesn't know everything. Not one person on this earth knows everything.
No.
But you can have a frame of mind and a thought process of, okay, let me try to be understanding. No, I'm not going to repeat this cycle. No, I'm not going to do it because such and such said do it, or this is the way this person thinks. Let me think outside the box. Let me try to find out what's right. Let me try to find out, truth or facts or what's going to help this to be in a better light. Whether it's helping another person, whether it's helping me. How do I help this? How do I open this up for, into a positive realm?
Yes. That's where we want to go. Right there.
Right.
How do we do that?